Want to learn how to create a logo for your brand or blog for free using Canva? In this video, I'm going to provide you with a step-by-step tutorial on how to design logos without spending tons of money. Now, when starting something new, one of the common misconceptions is that you need to spend tons of money on your logo and branding. Now, if you have the budget, go ahead, as I agree, branding is important. However, if you don't have the budget, don't worry, as there are ways around this. You know, when we first launched our travel blog in 2015, I made a makeshift logo using Microsoft Word. Yes, you heard me, Microsoft Word. Since then, technology has gotten way better. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to research, design, and download your own logo using one of my favorite design tools called Canva. Now, before we begin, my name is Anna, and together with my partner Tom, we help people just like you profit from their passions through blogging. So the first step in this entire process is design research. Now, if you go onto Google and type what makes a good logo, one of the key elements that most articles point out is that your logo has to be simple. Nike, Facebook, Apple, McDonald's, these are all huge companies with very simple yet iconic logos. In fact, their logos are so simple that most people can draw them even when they have their eyes closed. Now, this is the key element that I want you to remember throughout this entire process. Keep things simple. Okay, so to do the actual design research, I like to go onto Pinterest and to Canva logo templates. These are the two main websites that I use to get design inspiration. Okay, so as mentioned, when you're looking for design inspiration, I usually head on over to Pinterest. Now, the first thing that I do is I just search for different logo ideas. So if you're looking for a logo inspiration, what I suggest that you do is type your niche of whatever blog you want to start. So let's say I'm going to write here, travel blog logo, and I press enter. So make sure this is selected on all pins, and these are all just different logo ideas. Now, what you can do is you can save this on your board, create a board just for you so that you can refer to all these logos. Now, if you notice, a lot of the logos are just very simple. I really like this one. It's simple, it's memorable, and it's easy to create. Look at this one. So again, just get different inspiration for your particular logo and brand. You don't have to settle on a specific design. If you're, let's say, looking for food blog, get ideas. Look at all the different ideas that's available, and you can just essentially just save them, pin them on a board so that when you're actually on the design creation process, it's a lot easier to draw inspiration from all these. So take a look. There's a lot of very simple, just letter work. There's not a lot of fuss. There's not, it's not too busy icons. So this is a great way to just get some inspiration on how to create your logo. So another tip that you can use is if you go on to Google, just type Canva logo templates. You should see a page just like this, and here you can just browse through all the different logos that they have. So again, there's tons of different inspiration, and if you find something that you really like the look of, I suggest that you just start and use the template. So don't try to create something from scratch. Use the template and edit it to make your own. Now, I actually suggest that you use Canva Pro in order to create your logo. And this is because you have access, with the Pro version, you have access to more icons, more fonts. You can change so many different things. Now, if you head on over to www.bloggingfastlane.com/Canva, you can get a free 30-day trial for the Pro version, which will allow you to create your logo. Step 2 is the actual creation or logo creation part. So after you have a rough idea of what you want your logo to look like, it's time to get started on the actual design process. Now, if you're using a template from Canva, just go ahead and click Use this template. This should open up a new window for you, allowing you to customize your design. So let's jump straight in. Okay, so let's say I'm creating a food blog. Now, I like the look of this. It's super simple. I'm just going to click this, and I'm going to press Use this template. And what it does is it opens this, and as soon as I get here, I can easily customize this particular image. Now, what I want to do is, let's say I want to change the name. So let's say I'm going to call my blog Anna Eats. And you can remove the date if you don't want it, but I quite like it there, and I'm going to write since 2020. Now, what I can do if I want to customize specific images here, I'm just going to press ungroup. And as soon as I do that, I can click on specific parts of this logo and I can make changes. So I want this to be in script format. I'm going to increase the font a little bit. I'm going to press this, and I think I'm going to reduce the line height so that it's a little bit more compact. And I think I'm going to add effects to this. So if you click effects, you can easily add all these different effects. You can add a shadow, you can curve it a little bit if you want. So I'm just gonna add a shadow to that. And here you can easily customize the color of that shadow. If you want it a little bit more transparent, if you want to change the direction of that shadow, it's so easy to do that as well. Now, when looking and deciding on what color combinations you can use, I can just type here Canva color palette. And what this will show you is different color combinations that work really well. So if you have an image that you like the look of, you can upload the image and it'll tell you all the different colors in that particular one. So I'm going to press here, explore color combinations. And if you like a particular theme, let's say you type ocean, all different color palettes related to that will pop up. Now, I quite like the look of this, so I'm just going to click that. And here it tells me all the different color combinations. So I'm going to just copy the hex code of this, and I can go back to the thing that I'm editing and I can play around with all the different colors. So if you press new color, you can just paste it over there. So I quite like that. I'm probably going to make sure that the background is a little bit darker, and I'm going to place the background over there. Now I can change the different icons, and part of the great thing about these templates is there's so many things that you can customize. So if I don't like that, let's say I want to add this one. Let's say I'm doing an Asian food blog, I can add that there. And there's just so many different things that you can customize. If you want a background for this particular one, you can add a background. So I can go back to my color combination. If I want to use this color, I just press this and I paste it, and then you can change the position of this. So again, the combinations here are really endless when you're creating your blog's logo. Now, whatever you do, you can add so many different elements. If I want to add another chopsticks over there, I can, and I can just move things around. Now, the thing is, you have to make sure that whatever design that you do, it is simple and memorable. So let's say I decide on that. I'm not going to spend a very long time creating this. Or if you want to change specific colors, you can move and play around with the position. So let's say I like this color, but I want it a little bit lighter. I can also do that. So let's settle with that one. So this is the color scheme for my logo. I like it. In the next step, I'm going to show you how you can download this particular logo and how you can start using it for your blog. Now, step 3 is downloading your logo. Now, in this part of the logo design process, you have two options. You can either download it as a PNG and start using it straight away, or if you need a higher resolution for your logo, you want to convert your PNG file to an SVG, which stands for Scalable Vector Graphic. Now, I could go on and on about what SVG means, but essentially, the main definition is an SVG file allows you to scale up and down as needed without losing any quality. Now, this means that your logo will never appear blurry on different screens. Okay, so in this part of the tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to properly download your image or your logo. So I would click resize here. Now, for the most part, the standard image, if you use a template from Canva, is 500 by 500. Now, I'm just going to change that and I'm just going to make it a little bit larger. So just go ahead and resize it to 1000 by 1000. Now, as soon as you resize it, you can drag it however way you want, make it smaller, bigger, whatever you want. Now, as mentioned, if you just want to download as a PNG file, which is essentially what you want, you can press download here and just make sure that it's in PNG and make sure that this part is transparent background is selected. Now, if you want to download a larger sized image, just go ahead and play around with the size. So this is 3 times the original size or so on, and press download. Now for this particular purpose, I'm just going to select the size that I have there and I'm going to download it. Now I'm going to show you the difference between a JPEG image and a PNG image. Okay, so in this part, I'm just going to show you how to actually upload your image to Canva or your logo to Canva so that you can use it for different images. So if you go to the upload part, just drag the PNG file. And for this purpose, I'm also going to drag the JPEG file just so that you have a point of comparison of how to use both images. Now, as you can see, if you insert the JPEG file, it has a white background, which you don't really want. But a PNG file will insert just like that, and you can resize it and put it anywhere you want. So let's say for this particular logo or for this particular pin image, I can move things around and I can easily insert my logo over there. So part of your logo design or creation process is finding out the different ways that you can use your logo. You'll be using it in a lot of different areas, in Pinterest images, in your website. So make sure that whatever you create is simple, easy to remember, and will blend in all these different places. So if you want to just use the PNG file for your logo, just go ahead and download it here. Select PNG file and make sure you tick this little box that says make background transparent. Now, if you want to turn it into an SVG file, I recommend downloading it as a PNG, then heading over to Fiverr to get someone to convert it to an SVG file. Now, if you have Adobe Illustrator, you can easily do this on your own. If you've never used Fiverr, just head on over to www.bloggingfastlane.com/Fiverr to sign up. Or use the link in the description box below, and as low as $5, you can have whatever design that you created rendered into an SVG file. Now, please note that this step is purely optional because for the most part, PNG logos will be enough, especially when you're just getting started. So there you have it, guys, a step-by-step guide on how to design your own logo for your blog or brand using Canva. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe and watch out for more free content from me on how to profit from your passions through blogging.